Welcome back to Georgian Bay Life. Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to learn a whole lot about, well, building an antique truck. Joining me now from Ray's Place in Creemore is Corey Finkelstein. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having us today.
Our pleasure. So we're going to learn a little bit about Ray's Place, and then we're going to bring in two of our young men here as part of the Auto Club. So we're going to talk about the Car Club, and we're actually going to do some sanding of some parts in a second. But before that, what is Ray's Place?
Ray's Place is a youth resource center, and it's located in Creemore. And basically what we do is try and encourage kids to go into post-secondary education. So the way we do that is with, we offer scholarships and bursaries. We run different clubs. We have a photography club, a running club, an improv club, and a car restoration club. And we do free tutoring and whatever kind of support we can give to kids in the Clearview Township area to get them into post-secondary. That's what we're all about. And
so this car club that we're here to talk about today, how many young people are part of the car restoration club?
We've got about 10 kids that join the car club and are actively involved in helping restore a 51 Ford F1 pickup.
That's what we're working on now? 51 Ford is what you're working on?
You got it, yes.
All right, we've got some pictures. So let's take a look at the pictures of the truck.
Sure.
And you've actually taken, oh, this is the
that's
poster.
That's our banner that we put up when we're working. And that's the boys in the truck after we've taken out the windshield and the front clip is off. And
wow.
That was when we were in Old Autos magazine. We had a photo shoot. They came down and did a story on us.
Fantastic. What's this one?
This is Kevin Sheard from Clearview Custom and Collision. He's a major contributor to the program. And he's working with one of the kids on the box on the back of the truck. And they're sanding. That's young Braden from Creemore, and he's sanding one of the new fiberglass fenders that we purchased for the truck. And that's the boys inside the truck working again on sanding. There's a lot of time and prep work that goes into making that something that we can actually put paint on. So there's hours and hours of work before you can get to the paint stage.
Those are great photos. So start from the beginning here. How did you obtain a 51 Ford F1 truck?
Well, people around Creemore know I'm a bit of a car guy. I run the car show in Creemore in the summer, which is a pretty good show. I've got an old car myself. I've got a 1964 Volkswagen Beetle. And I just put the word out when I decided to start the car club up for Ray's Place that we were looking for a vehicle. So we found one of our donors actually who's donated money for the scholarship said, I want you to use my truck. He bought it in '94 in Avening. It was a Calgary or an Alberta farm truck. He'd had it since '94 and he said, use my truck. I want you guys to have fun with it. I'm done with it. So he just gave it to us.
So you and the young, right now it's all guys in the club, but girls are certainly welcome in the restoration club. You've taken everything out of it, everything. Yep. Is that right?
We've stripped it right down. We're gonna redo the wiring. We're taking the engine out in the next couple weeks. Everything but the cab has come off the truck, and all the windows, the doors are staying on, but everything is basically stripped off of it. So It looks nothing like what we got a year ago.
When does this club meet, Corey?
We meet on Monday nights from about 6 to 9, and we're right now in the body shop, so we're meeting in the body shop. We move the club around depending on what aspect of the project we're in.
And where do you meet now?
We're going to be at Clearview Custom and Collision in Stayner with Kevin Sheard. And so we go there and spend 3 or 4 hours, and the kids work on various aspects of the bodywork of the truck, which is the stage we're at right now.
Amazing. We're going to talk about, or talk to the young guys, talk to JC in just a moment about what he gets out of this. But you're looking for some help from the community. You need some people who maybe know a little bit more about cars than you do. I'm sure you're doing a wonderful job as facilitator, but you want some other car guys to join up.
That's right. I really know nothing about cars. I'm not an expert in mechanics. I'm not an expert in electrical. I'm not an expert in body shop. So the idea with the club for me was to bring adults that are interested in doing and helping kids learn a trade to come in and get involved. So I basically facilitate, and then we're looking for people who can help. We're going to need a lot of help putting everything back together, which is a big puzzle in the end. We do have some things labeled, so it'll be fairly easy. But
this goes here. What if you have leftover parts? That probably is.
Oh, we'll have lots, I'm sure. And then we're also looking for. We obviously need some money to help keep this project alive. So it's all been donation of time, and Hannah Ford was one of our sponsors last year, so they gave us some money. We've had a few private donors, but there's quite a bit of parts that we still have to buy yet. So as we move along, we're looking for more money to help continue the project. What's been great about Clearview Custom and Collision is they were able to get their paint supplier to donate about $3,000 worth of paint for the project. So paint and material. So that covers basically the whole body shop aspect of it, which has been great.
And So you need people, volunteers, and you need some money. And so how do we get in touch with Ray's Place, Corey?
Basically, you can contact Ray's Place either by phoning the center or by looking on our website. There's information about the car club. I don't know if you have the number that you can put up for everyone, or if you want me to give you the number.
Yep, we do have that on the screen, but
okay,
you can tell me.
So we're 705-466-3663, or raysplaceyRC.com is our website.
All right, well, we've got some parts. We're going to move over here just a little bit, Corey, to introduce JC Allen, and we've got Owen Head here. Thank you, gentlemen, very much for coming and joining us. We've got some parts here, and we're going to get to work on this. Now, JC, why is it that you wanted to be part of this car restoration club?
Well, I'm really into cars. Like, I like old muscle cars, old trucks, stuff like that. So it's really interesting club to join.
So what are you getting out of this? This is hard work, it sounds. This is pretty intensive labor. You're working at this every Monday night, 3 hours at a time. What do you get out of it? What do you love about it?
Well, just the finished project, when we finish it, it's a good feeling that you completed it. So that's basically what.
Are you going on to post-secondary education? Are you going to be a car guy? Do you want to work in the auto industry?
I'm really in hands-on stuff, into trades. Not really cars, but other.
So this might be a hobby,
yeah.
and where do you think you might go then in the trades? Have you thought that far ahead? You're only 15, so have you thought that far, JC?
I've thought about carpentry and electrician.
Oh, good. All right. Well, JC, let's start now. First of all, oh, this is heavy. What is this?
That's a header. It comes off the side of the block for the exhaust.
Okay, and it's pretty rusty. Now, what are you going to be doing to this? Do you need to sand this baby down?
I would probably spray with high temp paint to make it a shiny black, or
Wow.
maybe blue.
And then this is going to go into the 51 truck. All right, so Owen, I'm going to get you to take that up. There we go. So Owen and JC, if you want to sort of come around the others, we're going to, now this is a tailgate. I learned this before the show. I did not know what this was called. It is called a tailgate, and we're going to hold this up. And what am I supposed to do? We've got some sandpaper. And what kind of sandpaper is this, JC?
It's 400 grid sandpaper.
400 grid sandpaper.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get this at any automotive store.
Yeah.
And so there's definitely some rust here. And what do we need to do? I'm going to get Owen to demonstrate. How am I sanding this down? JC, you can talk about what he's doing there. So,
You basically sand it until there's no shiny left on the
until there's no
body.
shiny?
Yeah.
So I've
Until
got a
it's all
big rust
dull.
spot here.
And then you do that. If there's rust, you sand it down so it's shiny, like till you can see the metal.
I've got to sand this rust right down.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to build up my biceps. Ooh-wee. So we're using some good elbow grease here. Now I see Owen is really getting, I think you had a better spot there. You don't have any rust on your side, and I've got to get this rust, and I don't know if I'm even getting a dent in it. Now, what's your specialty, JC? What do you like to do? Are you good at painting, or what do you like to do?
I like
It's getting
painting.
heavy.
I like painting. It's artistic, I guess.
Artistic? Yes. So what are you working, what's your job when you, on Monday nights, when you show up to the Car Restoration Club, what are you working on specifically?
We usually sand. Right now we're sanding down the box for it to be primered before we paint it. So we're getting all the rust off, cleaning it all up.
Okay, let's not let this fall off, Owen. It's kind of heavy when you're having to try and hold it up. All right, well, I think I'm making a little bit of a dent. How am I doing there, JC?
You're
I made a
doing
little
pretty good.
dent in the rust? I don't know. All right, so the idea is that you would want it nice and, we don't want it shiny. You want it
No.
sort of a matte finish.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So, I mean, how many guys, how many members would be working on this tailgate at once?
Probably 1 or maybe 2.
It's a big job. My arm's getting tired, and this one holding this up is getting really, really tired. All right, I think we're done with the tailgate. So let's put the tailgate down, Owen. And JC, do you want to go behind Owen there? And we have a fender, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
So let's pop the fender up on the table here. All right. Good. Now, what will we be doing, JC, with the fender now?
We would be sanding it until it's dull, just like the tailgate.
Okay, so you want that dull, oh my goodness. Oh, this seems a little easier.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to watch what Owen's doing here. All right, so just long strokes. So we're not doing the wax on, wax off thing. We're just going up and down, JC? Yep. Oh, good teacher. All right. What is the most important thing, JC, that you've learned so far by being at Ray's Place and being in the Car Restoration Club? Most important thing you've learned?
That everything takes time, like to build everything.
So
Takes time,
patience.
yeah.
Yeah. Labor of love, though, right?
Yeah.
And I imagine that there's a social aspect. Is that what you like about being at Ray's Place? Is just to get to meet other young people from different schools? You're from Jean Vanier, and so is Owen. And so you get to meet other people.
Yeah.
So and teamwork, team building, working together. So what do you think it's going to be like when you get to see the finished truck, the F1, where it's all put back together again?
It's going to be a good feeling because you know how you've worked all hard on it.
Yes.
And did it.
Well, this is definitely some elbow grease. How's Owen doing over there? I think you've got me beat there. I don't know. I think you're doing more standing. Maybe I'm doing too much talking. How long would this take to do the whole fender? This is a big piece.
Probably about half an hour.
Only a half an hour. With how many young people working on it at once?
One person.
One person. It's only going to take you a half an hour to do this. Wow. That seems a little ambitious from my point of view, but I don't work on cars on a regular basis. Corey, I want to bring you in for a second because you've got a great fundraiser. As I continue to work on this, what's this fundraiser going on?
Oh yes, we're always trying to do different ways to raise money for Ray's Place, and right now what we're doing is we were donated a couple of platinum tickets for the April 3rd Leafs game. So 2 tickets, and we also got a signed copy of Bobby Orr's book, My Story.
Wow.
So for $25 you can get a raffle ticket at Ray's Place to try and win those tickets. And there's only 225 tickets being sold, so it's a pretty
odds are good.
pretty good chance of winning, yes.
Corey,
absolutely.
where is Ray's Place? If we're going to go in and get our tickets?
Ray's Place is at 172 Mill Street, so it's right behind Cardboard Castles, the great toy store in Creemore.
Yes, okay, so it's easy to get to.
Yep.
Just pop in. What are the hours that we can pop in and get our tickets?
9 to 5 every day, and then there's always someone there. There's tutoring after school hours, so in the evening there's sometimes people there as well. So there's opportunity to go outside of the 9 to 5 hours, or give us a call or check the website.
We just put out the time. I didn't say that you could stop working, Owen. Get to it. And the tickets again are how much?
$25, and that gets you 2 tickets and 2 Leaf tickets and the book.
Thank you so much to Corey from Ray's Place, and to JC and to Owen. Thanks a lot. More coming up on Georgian Bay Life. Stay with us. I'm going to keep on working on this.